Oh, she's a 10, but she's embroiled in an elaborate plot to steal your money and throw you in the madhouse. What a babe. Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video, I'm just going to be reviewing the 2005 BBC miniseries, Fingersmith. Ooh. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this production, but if you're not, Fingersmith is set in Victorian England and follows Sue, a young thief who participates in a scam to defraud a rich heiress by becoming her maid. But things take an unexpected turn and Sue's plan goes horribly wrong. Fingersmith is also adapted from the novel of the same name by Sarah Waters, that cheeky lesbian rascal who also has a cameo in this mini-series as a maid who has gloves thrown at her. Nice work, kiddo. I saw Sarah Waters at an event once, but she looked like she didn't want to be bothered, so I didn't say hi to her. You know, I can read a room, but I'd like to say that we made eye contact and had a moment and she went on to write a book about me, but that's just a lie. It is a lie. It's fabrication. Okay, I mean, where do I start with this production? It's so intriguing from start to finish. But I think the best thing about this miniseries, without a shadow of a doubt, is the casting. You have Elaine Cassidy, Sally Hawkins, Imelda Staunton, and Charles Dance, who are all excellent actors, and every single one of these actors fit their characters to the T. I especially enjoyed Imelda Staunton as Mrs. Suxby. I was just so engrossed in all of her scenes. I mean, she is a fascinating actor. She really is. In fact, even the younger Sue and Maud were incredibly on point, and you can just tell that real care was taken with the casting in this production, and it certainly paid off. I also very much enjoyed the costumes, the scenery, and the art direction in general. Fingersmith is really quite a beautiful piece of work, and it really allows its audience to step into the Victorian era. Elaine and Sally really showed up for this production. They did. I mean, the tenderness, the intimacy, the chemistry between these two, mwah, just incredible. They did such a good job of building the tension between these two characters, and it's not just lesbian tension. I mean, this tension is layered. There is a lot of secrets between these two, you know, and you can feel that tension between the two of them. I mean, it's palpable. The love scenes are also incredibly beautiful. You have the fireplace, the nightgowns, and it's just incredibly romantic. Taking the gloves off, it's iconic. The love scenes are also very realistic, especially if you compare Fingersmith to The Handmaiden, which is another adaptation of the Fingersmith novel. I felt like the BBC production had a lot more heart and authenticity to it. But I think comparing these two productions is probably for another video. It is. I feel like a lot of lesbian period dramas actually borrowed a lot from Fingersmith. Like, you can see a lot of kind of cliches in lesbian period dramas kind of began in this production. I think another huge plus of this production is the ending, because it's a happy one, and we all know how rare that is in lesbian media, but it's particularly rare in a Sarah Waters piece of work. It is. I mean, she doesn't often let her lesbian characters have a happy ending, so we should kind of hold on to Fingersmith with both hands. Yeah. On a personal level, I also love the way that this production intertwined lesbian love and literature. That's my thing. Nobody asked. Okay. Fingersmith is also interesting with the way it explores class, sexuality, mental health, and sex-based rights. There's a lot of commentary about the Victorian patriarchal stranglehold over women, which rendered them economically vulnerable and reduced them to property, about the horrific poverty in that period and what people had to resort to stay alive, and the lack of understanding about mental health, especially when it came to women, and the severe abuse that vulnerable people would face inside mental asylums. In a lot of ways, Fingersmith is a feminist work because it portrays both poor and wealthy women surviving under extreme misogyny and exploitation by using their wits. And it also exposes an often hidden part of lesbian history by simply portraying a lesbian relationship relationship within this era. There's not a lot of Victorian period dramas which include or even acknowledge lesbianism, despite historical records of lesbianism existing from this period. And even before it, Fingersmith is also a very progressive piece of work because the ending offers hope and freedom outside of any relation to men, instead of punishment, ruin, and death. The ending is also interesting because Maud is the one writing about her own experiences and desires as a woman, when for so long those experiences and desires were defined by men. And it's slightly meta here because, of course, Sarah Waters is also rewriting the narrative about women and female desire with Fingersmith, which in the real world throughout history has also very much been defined by men. But much like other great productions, Fingersmith shows its audience rather than tells. And this makes what it has to say all the more digestible and impactful. I don't really have any criticisms for this production. I don't. I mean, it's very much a product of the early 2000s, but I have to say, still to this day, whenever I watch this production, I'm 100% absorbed in what is going on. And I think a lot of the reason for that is the care that was taken with this miniseries. I mean, there was an intelligent, creative approach, and the casting was just airtight, and it's iconic, it's perfect. Mwah. Okay guys, if you've seen Fingersmith, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments section below. If you're a lesbian, if you're a woman who likes to take gloves off of other women, come and join the Sapphic Underground Club. Just come and join it. You will be supporting women's voices, lesbian content, and erotic glove making. It's lesbian culture. It is. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.